Plan B with Sarina Bellissimo. The biggest stars, gossip, events, and the biggest tunes. Plan B, your weekend fix.
Tanya Burr is one of the biggest beauty bloggers in the industry. Her YouTube channel has almost 2.8 million subscribers. She has over 1 million followers on both Twitter and Instagram. And she's just released her first book, Love Tanya. Tanya joins me on the line now. Tanya, welcome to Plan B.
Hello.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling about everything right now?
It's all very, very exciting. It's been very busy doing lots of promotional stuff for the book. We had a lovely launch party. It's been very exciting.
It had to have been so cool to have your family and friends there. Your grandfather was at that. What does your granddad think of what you do? Does he get it?
Yeah, he actually totally gets it. He watches my videos on his iPad.
Get out.
he really loves the videos, and he'll go on my blog. And he was really excited to come to London for the launch party.
Why did you decide to write the book?
I decided to write the book because books are just a huge part of my life. I've always loved books growing up. My mum was a big reader. Our home was always filled with books, and therefore I became an avid reader. Books were kind of my escape into a world that went beyond my front door, and I love reading novels, but I actually felt like a non-fiction was something that I should do because I thought my viewers would appreciate it, but also the reason why I always read novels is because I feel like there isn't something out there in the non-fiction world that I really want to read at the moment, and that's what I hope I'm giving my audience with Love Tanya, because it's partly autobiographical and part lifestyle guide, and it's just about everything I love and that I'm passionate about, including beauty, fashion, baking, of course YouTube, and I also talk about more serious subjects like confidence and happiness.
Yeah, I love that you go into that, Tanya, and you haven't shied away from your struggles with anxiety. How hard was that, putting pen to paper and writing about that?
Well, actually, you'll see in the book that obviously I go into it in more depth, but I'd actually already written a blog post about my experience with anxiety, and I basically just lifted that from my blog and put it into the book and then just expanded it a little bit, and obviously I've written way more pages on tips and coping mechanisms and stuff. So the hardest part for me was when I initially did the blog post, because it was terrifying talking about my weakness, because you always want to appear like, I just tweeted saying life isn't as perfect as Instagram makes it look, because we're all always putting out the highlights of our life the whole time, so it's really scary to admit your weaknesses and share them with the world.
Can we go back to the very beginning? Do you remember that moment where you went, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set up a YouTube channel and I'm going to vlog. What were you thinking, and what was your first vlog all about?
Well, the hard thing is when people ask me this question, it's not as exciting as you'd think, because now if someone was to decide to make a YouTube channel and be like, I'm going to start vlogging, it's a huge decision because they know the potential. They can see YouTubers who've done it and succeeded and have made a business out of it. Whereas when I started, no one was making a business out of YouTube, I don't think, because I started pretty much when YouTube started, maybe a couple of years later.
Yeah.
And there weren't really any big YouTube stars. I don't think, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there were. So there was no one for me to think, oh, I want to be like them. I just thought, well, Jim's sisters, my partner's sisters, initially started uploading videos, and they just said, oh, you should just give it a go. It's just a really fun creative outlet. You can just make videos of you doing your makeup, and then you can edit it together and upload it, and people can see it. And yeah, so that's kind of how it all started.
It's funny to hear that it started that way, because at the start of your recent post, you actually start off by going, okay, this is very hard for me because I find it hard to film. How is that when you are so successful at it? What is the hardest thing for you?
I think it actually gets harder because of the pressure.
Yeah.
So when I first started, there was no one watching really, maybe about 30 people, and most of them were probably my friends and family. Whereas now, when I film a video, I've got to think that there's, potentially all my 2 million subscribers watching. And if, the pressure can sometimes be too much. And then I forget what I'm saying, or I don't know what to say, or I think, oh, I hate this video.
What's the biggest misconception that people have about what you do, your job?
I think the biggest misconception is that it's easy.
Yeah.
They think, oh, all they have to do is upload one video a week, or I don't know, or vlog their daily life if that's what people are doing. But it's so much more than that. We're all running businesses, and there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that contributes to our success.
And finally, for anyone thinking, I want to go out there, I want to start up my own YouTube channel, I want to be noticed, any tips for them?
I think that you shouldn't focus on being noticed, and you shouldn't focus on the amount of followers that you want to have, because that's just not what it's about. It's not about the numbers. It's about you really being proud of your content and enjoying what you're doing, and then the viewers will come. If you're enjoying yourself and making sure that you're sharing your content on different social media platforms as well, like Twitter and Facebook, and getting it out there, but just making sure that you love your videos and you're so proud of them, because then if one person finds them and loves it, they'll share it with their friend, and they'll share it with their friend, and it's just word of mouth, really.
You're right. It all comes down to being passionate. If you're faking it, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Tanya Burr, thank you so much for that, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you so much.
Plan B with Sarina Bellissimo. All you need for the weekend.
Number 1 for music and entertainment.
Spin 103.8.